Alright, I just finished uploading the first episode, which is basically nutrition first, but it's titled Tools to Lose. And today is Sunday, so it just so happens to fall on a day that you meal prep. You're always going to meal prep at the beginning of the week. Meal prepping is a good idea, but you have to understand everybody in the house eats different than you, so you're spending money outside of that portion that is going toward the general household. So that means you got to have a little bit more discipline. It definitely helps you out because you know exactly pretty much approximately what calories are in each dish, and it's just easy to grab and go once you get it done. You do have to spend about maybe 4 to 5 hours doing it all, depending on the complexity of the dish. But other than that, you can keep it simple. Maybe do like 2 meats and then do like 2 different variations and just switch out for each meal, for the lunch and for the dinner. So no, we're not going to have like the best quality on video right now because we're not using the Canon. We're going to use the action cam because it's raining outside and I'm not going to screw up a damn brand new camera. So let's get ready to go, head out, and get this shopping done. Let's build together. The main point of meal prep is to basically know what you're going to be eating for the week, pretty much approximately get your calories in there and your macros in there, and have those meals set. So basically it helps you not deviate, because when you don't already have something prepared, then you want to just grab the first thing you see, and then when you grab the first thing you see, that's really not going to get you the gains that you want to get, because 9 times out of 10 you're probably going to grab something that you really don't need to be having anyway. Although during the week you do have your cheat meal or your cheat time. And let's do this too. Let's be real clear on this. A cheat meal or a cheat day does not mean 2 complete days of just eating garbage. Like, what you need to do is pick one meal or one time of the day where you're gonna eat something that's probably gonna have a majority of calories, probably pretty much blow through your calorie goal. And then that's your cheat meal. It's not eating from sun up to sundown whatever you want. Then you just pretty much killed your whole nutrition plan, period. That's not staying disciplined. That's just going way off course. So pick dinner, pick lunch, either go out or make something at home. And even then, sometimes your cheat meal, if you're disciplined enough, sometimes your cheat meal really isn't even a cheat meal. You might blow through calories, possibly, but you're still eating something that's probably not as bad for you. So that's just when you get a little bit more discipline. Depending on your meal prep and how many meals you're going to prepare, you should be able to get away with spending anywhere from like $60 to $100 or $150, depending on what you buy. And that also depends on your calorie intake and your nutrition. Like bodybuilders, I'm pretty sure they have a little bit higher threshold as far as their expenditures for their meals. But as far as mine, and I also prepare 5 meals for the wife because she sucks at lunch, it runs me anywhere from $60 to $100. So let's go get this done. Then most of the time I forget a pen, but I got a pen today. First thing we got, I love putting yellow onions and bell pepper in the dish. Adds for flavor, and it gives me a reason not to have to put too much sodium in my dishes. So bell peppers, onions, chives, stuff like that. Scallions. Ladies first. Really don't care about if they're ripe or not. I just grab something and go red and yellow, and I throw it in the bag and I'm done. I also suck at this. See, I told you I suck at this. Yeah. Suck it. Yeah. Okay, so I got like 2 turkey dishes. Then I'll just basically pan sear the chicken breast, season it up a little bit, and then we'll add a little rice and veggie, and that'll be it for that. She didn't even say anything back. She just ignored me. I'm definitely gonna edit out when I cut these onions. Never seen a grown man cry until you seen him dice an onion. Look at that. You gotta decide about what your portion is. My meat portion on chicken, damn, I told you I suck at this bag. My meat portion on chicken is about six ounces. I know somewhere along, I guess people came up with a rule of thumb like 4 ounces was like the standard, but in order for me to get my protein intake to normal, I usually make my meats or my chickens and turkey like 6 ounces. And then the wife is usually like 4 ounces. So what you want to do is you take your dishes, how many ounces you're going to have per dish, multiply throughout the week and different meals you're going to have that day, and then that'll tell you about roughly how much meat you need to buy. So today we're going to have to buy close to 5 pounds of ground turkey, and we got the chicken breast at the house, and we'll just butterfly it and make that stretch. Not really too big on hot dishes, so ooh, and there goes, man, I mean that shit looks hot. I mean, it looks like a lot of peppers in there. Dish calls for it, so we'll get it. Yep, that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this big bag of jasmine rice, call it a day. Now what you'll see here is you'll have the different percentages. You wanna be lean. So like you see this one has 85-15. Your total should be 100%. But that means you got 85% lean turkey in there. That means you're probably gonna get more protein out of that versus if you got something that was like a 70-30 mix. So a lot of times in beef, you'll see like 70-30 mixes. And what that means is you're not getting as lean as beef as you could. So you wanna try to be on the higher end of lean, 90, 85, and so on. I always like to come down this aisle when I finish it. It smells so good.
Would you like to donate $1 to the Susan G. Komen Foundation?
Yes.
Thank you.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Donate. Or wear pink. Real men can wear pink and not have to feel bad about it. We get that working wherever you get it in. Carry your shit to the car. How much money people spend when they go to work to eat lunch and they buy out. You're probably going to spend on average $8 a meal if you go to McDonald's, which is garbage eating anyway. Not saying that you can't make some better choices that's available on the menu, but in all, it's garbage eating. Let's see, some Panda Express, items like that, just eating fast food, period. Or you can take that time and make you a few meals that are going to be eat clean, and you're going to spend less money. So if you eat out, especially for lunch, you're spending like $8 at lunch. Sometimes some people spend $20 for lunch, and then you go to dinner, you're going to spend almost what we spend right there in Kroger in one day. You can spend about $20 a meal, especially if you're eating out at any of these food chain restaurants. The average person is going to spend about $20 a bill. So that's $40. You got 2 meals right there, and you probably blew through over 2,000 plus calories. Get ready to snap these peas though. And then over here, usually all the sauces that we're gonna use. Got that rice in there boiling, so now it's time to check on the sauce. Looks pretty thick enough. So now it's time to cook our turkey. We got 85-15%, so that's our mixture. Go ahead and get the skillet ready. Instead of using vegetable oil, I use grapeseed oil. You can use vegetable oil. We're gonna go ahead and get this ready, get this in the pan and start getting that prepared. Got our onions in there. We'll cook this a little bit till it's about halfway cooked. And then we'll add in the garlic and then the broccoli. The turkey's pretty much halfway cooked. We're gonna drain it and then put it back in the pan and finish cooking it the rest of the way. Got our turkey back in the pan cooking. Time to add our garlic. Put that in there. Add our chopped up broccoli. And we're gonna cook it the rest of the way. Now you gotta keep in mind, turkey's not gonna turn dark brown like hamburger meat. So once you see pretty much all the pink gone, it's about ready. All right, at this point, our turkey's pretty much cooked. So we're gonna go ahead and add that sauce that we just finished simmering and it's been sitting. Then once we get done, we'll do the peas and then we'll go ahead and start making the first batch of meal prep and then set that to the side and get started on the second and then finish up with the third, and that should give us a good variety through the rest of the week. Go in the deli section and grab the carrot so we can chop that up, mix it up. Now, what just happened to me will probably most likely happen to you. You're eating separate from the rest of the household, so your ingredients are different. But every now and then it seems like people are gonna use your shit, use your stuff, and then you're gonna go and look for it and it's not gonna be there because it was readily available when they need it and they didn't think about it. So that happens. You just gotta improvise and keep going. Don't let that stop the show. So we're gonna get right into it. We don't have the carrot, so we're just gonna go ahead, start prepping, cook these peas, get them cooked up and start plating. Check on these green beans. Boom, nice boil. And we're just gonna let them keep boiling. So at this point in time, I got the green beans, I got the water boiling. So what you wanna do is go into MyFitnessPal, which if you watched episode 1, you should have already downloaded it. And you wanna go into that app and just basically start putting all your ingredients in. You don't have to put the level or the increments right now, but put them all in so they're ready. Then you can go back and change them and they'll be there for when you start eating these dishes. Also, another good attribute to MyFitnessPal is you can actually download a recipe from the website and it'll import as many of those ingredients as you can, and you can adjust them from there. But either way it goes, put your ingredients in so you can start getting your calories right and be as close as you can. You shouldn't be too far off. You're going to be off here or there, but you shouldn't be missing 200 or 300 calories in a meal. So then that way, when you start eating starting Monday, you can just go ahead and swipe that stuff in for your lunch, for your dinner, for your breakfast. All right, so guess what? Green beans are done. Nice and steamy. Time to plate. So we're gonna turn our scale on. Then I got some saran wrap over here because you never know if you're gonna do raw chicken or whatnot. Just keep the scale protected. So we got the scale on. I'm gonna go ahead and change the units to ounces. So we got ounces up there. I go ahead and hit Terra, which basically zeroes it out. I wanna make sure it's zeroed out. I'll put the container up here and that's 1.3 ounces. So what you'll do is you'll hit Terra again. And what that does is it cancels out that, so when you start adding your meat. So I like to just go ahead and add my meat first. So start plating my meat. Like I said, I like about 6 ounces for each one of my lunch meals. My lunch meals are usually a bit bigger than my dinner. So let's go ahead and get that on there. Right there we got 3.4. So probably another heap in that will put me around 6. And there's 6.3. That's a little much. I want to take some of that back. So I'm gonna rob some of that, put it in the next dish. So take some of that back. There we go. That's good enough. I can deal with that. I know, right? OCD. So like I said, at this point in time, I know I got my 6 ounces of turkey. Gobble. I got 6 ounces approximately of turkey on my tray. So I usually just take a 1/4 cup for the rice. That's about all I want for rice at that point in time. And I'll dip it in there like so. Take my 1/4 cup, put it right into the tray, just like that. Green beans, just take the hand in there, grab you a few like so. And it says we have, it's about another 2 ounces of green beans. You can put it in the calculator how you want. Green beans is not a bad thing. So This is gonna be one meal. I'll show you guys what it looks like. I'm gonna prep the others. All right, so we're 4 hours in, and this is exactly what you should have. Well, not exactly, because you probably didn't prepare the same meal. We've got our meals for the whole 5 days this week. Like I said, Saturday and Sunday. I usually go ahead and eat what's around the house. That's kind of like my way of just having some time off, although I still monitor my calories and my intake. I just don't prep for the weekends. And then I'll choose one meal that I'm gonna have that's gonna be a cheat meal. So 4 to 5 hours in, this is what you should have. It's a great way to control your intake, your nutrition, make sure your calories are right. Once you guys start getting a little bit higher up in the levels, we'll talk about how you offset your carbohydrates for your workout days and your off days. So you guys stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like That Guy Health. Also hit us up on Twitter and Instagram.